there was, but it's never been anywhere close to the way it ought to be. No relationships have ever been that way. So it's no criteria that we can go into the past and refer to as the model for us to follow now. None. The system of white supremacy, as long as black people can remember, going way back. I don't know how it was before there was white supremacy, but whatever it was, sometimes people talk about ancient history, but the ancient history of black people had all kind of flaws, or we wouldn't be having this conversation today, because the black people going back in ancient history weren't doing what they should have been doing. Otherwise, they could not have been conquered. I'm going to say that again. They weren't doing what they should have been doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been conquered. Everywhere they were encountered, they were conquered, so they didn't have a code for dealing with a conqueror. Or we wouldn't be having these conversations today. So there's no criteria in the past. It's nothing we can refer to in the past that will keep us from being under the system of white supremacy. No one has ever. There's no record of anybody defeating the system of white supremacy. That's why we need a code. I came to the conclusion that's the missing link. We've had all kind of slangs. We've had all kind of customs. We have never had a code that is tailored, razor sharp, to deal with racism on a daily basis, addressed to the individual person. At very best, all down through the years, we've had a few black spokespersons to go out and address the issue and say how much pain they are feeling and how much pain black people are feeling. Well, we know what pain is, but we haven't had a code for addressing it on a day-to-day, minute-by-minute basis. And this is what I've tried to do with the approach that I'm given with the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept. And I've tried to do that in all of the 9 areas of activity, make some suggestions, just like the early part of this conversation today. What do you do? See, it all comes down to what you do about things. If we don't come up with a code about what you do each and every day, every minute of the day, you got to have a code for what you do every minute of the day. You're walking down the street and all of a sudden sirens come from everywhere and people jump out of cars, and run up to you. What's your code? What is your code? Do you have one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the code should be freeze, just like they told you. Put up your hands, just like they told you. If they slam you across the hood of the car, you just got slammed across the hood of the car. Why? Because you followed the logic. The logic is you are surrounded. You are some kind of suspect of some type. You are now in trouble. And ugly things can happen instantly.
They sure
like
can.
Sudden death.
They sure can.
You've got to expect that. And don't play like you're not expecting it.